Hello and welcome my friend, and next I am planning to show you that how you can replace BMW 1 series rear brake pads what are in here. Okay, and this job starts so that I have to open in this back area in here. There is two 13mm bolts in here, and I need to open next these bolts, and I take my spanner next. Okay, and there is really bolt what looks like that, and I need 13mm socket 1-3mm, and using spanner I can open these two bolts in here, and this position is in here, and this is up one, and I install my tool in here in that way, and opening direction is that when I open that it is in this and these are not very tight, and opening direction is in that way. It means now, like when we rotate in this way, that it is like start point and in here. It is like anti-clockwise, but this is the direction. And these bolts opens easily, and if these are slippery, we can use another spanner in here in that hole, and we can go look closer. There is really position in here that if this bolt moves, we can use another spanner in this another side. But in my case, this tool opens nicely, and now I can use even my fingers, I believe. These BMW bolts, they are really high quality, excellent German steel, and BMW cars brakes are world best. They are made for highway speed in highways. And there is this bolt, and as you can see, this is really well made original BMW bolt, no any corrosion. And now this upper part is free, and then I take also this, there is similar bolt in this down area in here, a little bit far in here in this area, and I open also this bolt, and this, and that one is little bit, it is more difficult to open, and we have to go in now back area to look that bolt. Okay, now we are in back area, and this is my bolt, that one, and I need now 13mm spanner that I can open that, and opening direction. Okay, now this my, okay, that one opens, okay. Okay, and now it actually, it works so nice that I can let these things in this position, because now I think that I can maybe take these bolts away, but now I like to open this bolts totally. And this is like brake warning sensor. It opens also, but now I have to install this my stuff back because I need to open this bolt in here. That one, and I need to install this upper bolt back in here. That one, this up one. Okay, and now I can install this bolt in here, in back in this area, that I can lock these things, and then I can open this below areas bolt, but it seems that I can now still open and remove these pads because there is space. And now I remove this one. This is like this outer brake pad, and we can see that this is very worn out. Very worn out this area, and I need new one. And then I check that I take this inner pad also away. In here, this inner, and I move my fingers and I bend that, and this is like inner area. And now we can see that this is almost like new one, but then this outer one is like stuck. And it is like almost all material is away. And now it means that this my brake caliper, there is some issue in here, I believe, because these parts have to move freely. Now they move, and now we compress this piston back next. Okay, and next I have to compress this piston back, and I need now big pliers, like 1 feet long pliers, and I install that in here, and let's look that can I compress that back. Good, it goes nicely. You can look even closer at how it goes deeper, this inner area. Now we can see, and I carefully compress that totally in here. Good. Now it's in position, and now I can check that how this my things goes bad in here, and it looks, everything looks good. And now I am thinking that why this my brake pad is so worn out, and that's I need that I have to clean this inner area, and I need to now take out this my piston. I have to install this bolt, what is in my hand, in this upper area. I lock that, and now when it is locked, I can open this down area bolt. Okay, and now I take my spanner, and now I open this down areas, this bolt in here totally. This is up bolt in here, and there is this down bolt. And now I check that what was this opening direction. It is in, this is like closing. Now I need to open that in, and this down area bolt is not so easy to open, and now I managed to install that in here, and then I, okay, now it opens, and rotation is in that way, start and end. And now my purpose is that I clean this brake caliper, and I take this bolt. It is so nice that this BMW's bolts opens so easily, they are not in rusty. This was this down bolt, and then I take this up bolt also away, and now this my brake caliper, now it's free, and we can see that area in here, this area, and this is now this issue area. I install this stuff in this up area, and now we can see this up area. And now what I need to do is that I have to clean this inner area with my steel brush. Okay, and here is my steel brush, and now I need to really clean this area is inner part in here, and this is like now this problem area because it is rusty. And now we can see that it is really rusty, and that's my brake pad vent pad. And now we can see these things. Now it is more clean. Look, it is now clean. And next step is that I have to install in the paste. It is this special copper paste, that kind of stuff. And this is really special grease for brake pads. And this purpose is to make lubrication in high temperatures. This grease is resistant for 1100 Celsius temperatures, plus temperatures, and there is this grease, and use protective gloves. And now I install this my grease in this upper area. We can go to look at how we do that, and this purpose is to only make this area like lubricant with this brake pad. This is this thing. This is this most important, that area. And now when I install in here this new brake pad, I can install also in here that side area this grease in that way. And now these areas, they are nicely, and I can install and keep my fingers in that way, and do not install this grease in that area. What is this friction area? And now I check that how this goes. They goes nicely in that way, and then I can install this my brake pads in these holding areas, but I need to install also in these holes this my copper paste, and before of that I clean that both areas. And if this grease goes to this my brake disc, I have to clean these areas with my cotton cloth, and I take right away clean cotton cloth. This is almost clean, and I immediately clean this grease away, this steel area, because this steel, it has to be always like clean steel. And now I can add this grease in these joint areas in here. A little bit pressing, and in these holes I install carefully grease in up and down in that way, and carefully that only in these holes. Now it looks good, and then I take my brake pad, what is in here, and I check that this area is clean, good, and then I only install this part in this hole, little bit firstly movement in that way, and then only press in. Good, it went really nicely, excellent. And then I take second brake pad, what is in here, and I install in that area also this copper paste. And this copper paste is really important, because otherwise we have this corrosion and welding, rusty welding situation. This is good. Excellent. Now we can see that this area, and look that I keep my fingers in that way, that this area is clean, and there is this copper paste. and I can install a little bit in these sides also, because it goes in here. And now I rotate that in this way, and then I install that in back area. Let's see that can I. And now I have to go to look in another side because this is difficult to install. Okay, and now I am installing this back area, and if this is stuck, I can use a little bit my big pliers and I can compress these two things like together. Now they are fine. You heard this click. Excellent. And after that, I take this my brake piston, and there are also these two pins, these things. Oh, okay. I have to be carefully that this brake hose can damage. Be very carefully. This area can go broken. And now we can lubricate also these holding pins. And it happens so that firstly we take clean cotton cloth and we remove all dirties, and then we install grease in here. Again this copper paste, a little bit compression, and a little bit grease in here, that way, and then only we install that back, and there is thing that I press that totally in here, so that this boot is also in position. Look, this way. Now it's fine, and we can look even closer at what it means. Check also that this boot area is in just like in that way, that it is not loosened. Compress that in here, good. And then same thing in this lower bolt in here. I take that away, and firstly I clean that thing. I clean this bolt, all rusties away, and this looks very nice. And if they are worn out, we can purchase new guide bolts from BMW Center, and these cost about $30 per piece, and these are best, this original, made in German. And now it is clean. Now I install this my copper paste in here, even that this my tube start to be empty. There is just nicely, this amount is good, and looks good, and then little bit in here, and this gives nice lubrication for that lower bolt. And I press that in here, and it have to move in that way. Look, it is excellent, good work. And then final part is to install this brake caliper, and in this area in here it is actually good to install this copper paste also in this area, that area in here, and I installed there a little bit more in this area. I take my copper paste. We can see that I install in here a little bit this grease, and in this area, in that area in here, and this area is now movable also. Excellent, good work. And now I can add grease in also in these areas and in that areas. These brake pads, they have to be movable all time. And here we have then this brake caliper. This brake piston warning sensor's position. There's the sensor and this part belongs in here. But let's install these firstly. Good. Now they go nicely. Now I check that. Is there everything okay? Good. And final part is that I have to compress this brake pad warning sensor in that hole. In here. That position, and now it seems that I have to rotate. Look, this sensor fits only in here one way, and now my brake caliper, it have to be installed in here, and I do that next, this adjusting. Okay, and finally, please go to press brake pedal 20 times. That this brake pads goes deeper, and after that check install gear to neutral, and then check that this our brake disc moves with our hands in that way, and use protective gloves because we can hurt our fingers. And now everything is good and brake pad job is ready.